All right, today we're working on this 2013 Ford Taurus. We're doing a lot of suspension work. We're doing lower control arms. We're doing inner tie rods, outer tie rods. We're also gonna do the wheel hub assembly on it. So that's for both sides in the front. Now this car could not get an alignment completed because it had excessive wear in the front end. So let's replace all these front end parts and I'll show you the process. So I got a little ahead of myself, but here we are. A couple things I've done so far, taking off this. Now to take off this axle nut, I just got a screwdriver, wedged it in with the rotor, loosened it up with my breaker bar. Okay, next thing, outer tie rod. Get that nut off right here. Get that hanging like that. I got these sway bar nuts off. Now a lot of times you can use your wrench to hold the stud like that so that it doesn't spin on you, or some vice grips, whichever works best for you. We're replacing these sway bars, so it doesn't matter if you chew up the rubber on them. Okay, what else? Oh, we got this lower control arm nut off. Now, I actually used like I told you, this 11mm wrench on the stud, and I actually used a giant crescent wrench on the nut. It wasn't too bad. Obviously, I don't love using the crescent wrench because you round stuff out easy, but in this case, that's what I could fit down there. Maybe you could get a crow's foot wrench if you have one and get it on there, but that's just what I did for now. So we're gonna get the sway bar out, get these tie rods, outer and inner, off, and then this lower control arm. Let's do it. We're up in here. We got the lower control arm out, inner, outer tie rod out. I took them out in one piece. We got this axle nut. We got this axle undone. So we might as well take the rotor caliper off, get this wheel hub out. Here's the old parts. Sway bar, inner, outer tie rod, lower control arm. Keep all the hardware. Okay, so let's get this caliper off, this rotor. There's 4 bolts that go to the back of this hub. Get these bolts off. Get this hub out of here so I can do this wheel bearing. Then we're gonna put the rest back together. Let's go. Got this wheel hub assembly out. Here's the old one, here's a new one. Always compare parts and make sure everything's the same. Go in here, clean this up. Just hit it with a little wire wheel. We're gonna put this hub back in. Hey, one thing I forgot to mention, get this wheel speed sensor out. It's a little 8mm bolt out the side of the knuckle right there. All right, let's put the new hub in, put the brakes back together. Then we can get this lower control arm in, sway bar, end link, tie rods, and wrap this side up. All right, so we're about to put this lower control arm in. Keep in mind, same procedure as removal. You got your 18mm bolt here that slides into this bracket. You have your 2 bolts right here. It slides into here, and then the through bolt. Of course, you have your ball joint right here that goes into the bottom of the knuckle down there. Let's just work on these back bolts first. Okay, and then we'll go from there. Okay, I just want to say something. I got the new inner and outer tie rods right here. Listen, when you're setting this up, I know you're gonna get an alignment, but make sure, count the threads on the old one. Here's the old one here. I counted the threads all the way to the back of the jam nut. It's 16.5. Same thing here, 16.5. Okay, so they match up. Also, don't forget to install all your grease fittings. Don't forget this spacer that goes on the back right here. Okay, make sure to put this on. It goes right on there. Okay, so roughly, like I said, roughly count your threads. I know you need to get an alignment, but that's just a rough estimate. Until you get that alignment, you should drive straight to the shop after this for the alignment. Anyway, okay, put your boots on, everything, and this kit actually failed to come with clamps, so I'm gonna have to put on my own clamps. Don't forget the spacer. Let's go. All right, we got this side done. Just went ahead and torqued up the last bolt with this front end jacked up a little bit. Torqued it down. Tie rod done. Sway bar done. New wheel hub done. We got the axle nut torqued down. And there we go. So here's the passenger side. We're gonna run over quick and do the driver's side and finish this job up. On the driver's side, we got it all disassembled. Here's everything out. Here's all the new parts. Sway bars, outer tie rods, wheel bearing, and control arms. Let's throw it all back, guys. We got everything torqued up on this one. And time to clean up. And this car is going straight for an alignment. So thanks for watching. Hope it helped.